Hey, what's up everyone? Tim here from Everyday Tactical Vids, and today we're looking at the Gerber Sumo. So I saw this on their website and it just jumped out to me, kind of a cool looking knife. And so I reached out to them and they sent one along to me for review. So thanks to Gerber for doing that. First thing I'll tell you is that it probably is going to be for most people like a medium to a larger size everyday carry knife. If you want a super compact, slick, lightweight knife, you probably want to go in a different direction. But if you don't mind something that's a little bit beefier, I think this could be one that's worth checking out. Let's go through the details here. I will tell you, I went over to Blade HQ to just check it out, and it's listed as a 10-inch overall knife, but it's actually not 10, it's a 9-inch overall knife. I'll just show you that real quick here with the measuring tape. So from the tip down to the end of the handle, 9 inches from end to end. Your blade length is 3.875, your cutting edge is 3.75, your blade width is 1.375 inches, and your thickness is 0.13 inches. Your handle length is 5.125. Thus, when you add that and the blade length together, it's going to end up being right around 9 inches. Your handle width is 1.5 inches. It is a flat grind. You can see it as a drop point. Your steel for this is 7CR 17 MOV, which we'll talk about in a minute, and offer you some thoughts on that type of steel. It is a flat grind. You can see it does have that acid wash finish. The color, most people are calling it black or black and gray. You can see for the handle, it's got like a gray and black, and then you've got these kind of maroon liners in there, which I think are really slick looking. I like that a lot. It is tip up carry. You can switch the pocket clip over to right or left hand carry depending on how you want to set it up. It is a manual opener, so basically that's, you're going to put your thumb or your finger in the slot there to open it up. And this is their pivot lock system, which when you look at it, you're going to say it looks similar to a lot of locking systems, like Benchmade has one and SOG has one. But a pivot lock system here is what we've got for this knife. So there's a look at the knife. Let me flip it over here, just give you kind of some different angles on it. Let me close it up. That's what it looks like when it's all closed. Other side, and you can see that kind of those maroon liners. That's really slick. Stainless steel for that. Your pivot lock, like I said, SOG's got a system like this. Benchmade does. Basically, as the knife comes out, that locking system is going to roll back, and then it's going to click into place and lock in. One of the things that jumped out to me immediately, actually I'll keep the blade open for this, is you got this tapered handle, and so thicker here and then thins out, and it doesn't get wider again at the end, just kind of tapers down. A little bit of a swell there, and then gets thin at the end. You do have a nice big slot there. If you want to put a lanyard on that, you can certainly do so. Deployment, by the nature of the locking system, you can really flick it and open it up, but with your thumb, easy enough to do. I got the camera too close right here, so I don't want to cut myself or knock over the camera, but you can, by pulling back the locking system, if you flick it out, it can lock in like that. And then if you basically with your middle finger and your thumb slide that down, you can close it one-handed like so. I wanted to zoom in on the handle here just so you could see what it looks like up close. This is the black and gray with the red liners. They also have a black and white with, I think it's called cayenne, and maybe cyan, C-Y-A-N, liners. So two different, basically, color options for this style of knife. I will tell you that it came to me decently sharp. It wasn't as sharp as I wanted it, so I used a sharpening rod on it. Just, I don't know, probably, 25, 30 times total. And now it's nice and sharp. So 7CR 17 MOV. Let's talk about that as a steel. 3CR 13, 7CR 17, 8CR 13. So many numbers there, but anyhow, those steels they're nothing super special. They're going to get dull after a while. The positive side to them is that you can sharpen them in the field pretty easily. I like a high-end steel as much as the next person, but if I really like the style and the look of a knife, I don't mind that steel, because for me, an everyday carry knife, I'm bringing that home every day and I can touch it up really quickly and sharpen it back up. So again, I'm not a huge fan of those steels by any means, but they work okay for me for an everyday carry knife, because I'm going to bring the knife home and I'm not cutting 500 boxes a day. I'm cutting a handful of things in a day, so it's easy for me to just touch it up at the end of the day. So the other advantage to that, obviously, is you're going to save some cash. This right now at Blade HQ is running about like 37 bucks. And I'll put links to Blade HQ and Amazon down below. But yeah, you're not spending a ton of money. And if you really like the profile like I do, then there may be something to actually picking one of these knives up. All right, let's put this thing through the paces a little bit, do some carving. So quick, easy work for that. Just for kicks now, we'll cut through some man-made material. Just had the straw, so I thought I'd start with that. A little more work here I did with the Sumo. Alright guys, we're wrapping up here talking about the Gerber Sumo. So as you saw, I've used it in a variety of different ways. Obviously I've used it off camera as well. I like the knife. I mean, I think the biggest thing for me is the look, the kind of overall style. I really like those maroon liners, as I've shared. And then the fact that you're not spending like, 90 bucks for something like this. You're spending like 35, give or take, bucks. That's very reasonable for what you're getting. Maybe if enough people like this style knife, they'll make it in an S30V, but for now, it's in a lower grade steel, but super budget friendly, and I just think it's cool looking. I just think the profile's neat. I like the handle. I have like that tapered handle. I've used this thing, like you saw, doing some outdoor tasks, cutting some just things around the house, cutting some vegetables. So the blade is long enough and wide enough that you can use it in a variety of different ways. When I was doing that carving, I was really, cutting down in and popping out to make that little notch that I was making before. So I can tell you that so far it's been, no issues. It hasn't rolled or no dings or anything. And then after I sharpened up that original time, even though I've done a bunch of these cutting tasks, it stayed in good shape. So this thing's a win for me. Budget friendly, cool design. And yeah, so the Gerber Sumo, I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. What do you like? What would you change? And shout out to Gerber. Thanks for sending this along for review. You guys will be seeing this in my everyday carry pictures I post on Instagram and stuff like that in the days to come. All right, guys, thanks as always for checking out the videos here on YouTube. Please subscribe to Everyday Tactical Vids if you haven't done so already. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, check us on Instagram, Tumblr, and Vero as well. More videos coming soon. Take care.